Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new horror film, Amelia's Children, from writer-director Gabriel Abrantes, and starring Bridget Lundy Payne of Atypical and Bill and Ted Face the Music fame, as the girlfriend to this young man, Edward, who discovers through this ancestry app that he has a long-lost twin brother and a mother off in Portugal in a castle. And they're like, well, might as well go see and meet my family. And they're creepy. They're weird. They're not creepy and they're not kooky. They're just really, really uncomfortable to be around. And we go through this film trying to uncover the truth on what's going on with this family. And we have Carloto Cota, who plays Ed, his twin brother, his father, and it's like pulling triple duty here. And you have Annabelle Moreira, who plays Amelia as her older self in this film, under a lot of makeup, a lot of prosthetics, looking like she's got a lot of work done. And this particular film is frustrating because there's a lot of things up and down about it. You have Lundy Payne, who's extremely charismatic. I think her character of Riley is very engaging. I cared about her. I connected with her very quickly. And she's just a pleasant protagonist to be around. Ed, on the other hand, is like a wet noodle. Doesn't have a lot to him. Nor do any of the other two characters that Coda plays in this film, and I feel like he's kind of a weak link here. Doesn't really bring a ton, except for like looking big and brooding. And the tricky thing is like playing all these different characters and not making any of them particularly interesting. That's tough. I do feel like Moreira is having some fun, playing this decrepit older lady hunched over, doing all these things in this crazy, perturbing makeup and stuff like that. She's definitely having some fun. Where this film becomes really frustrating is, so it has moments. It has some filmmaking moments. Abrantes and cinematographer Vasco Viana find some interesting ways of shooting scenes and having some compelling camera work. And there's definitely some scary, unnerving moments and elements. But it becomes so repetitive. How many times can you have a scare because, like, someone slowly looks down a hallway and there's somebody there? I'm pretty sure that scare happened like 15 times in this movie, and this movie is 91 minutes. And there's this other creepy entity that shows up. And it's like, okay, but how it plays out becomes so obvious. And that's the thing about this film. This has such a wild and weird story to it that just gets under your skin. But somehow this film finds every way to make this film extremely obvious that you could see all of this coming like a mile away. You see all the creepy, twisted revelations almost immediately, and it kind of cuts the tension out of experiencing the film. Sure, there's some creepy and thrilling moments along the way, but this overarching sense of, well, I kind of know where this is going to go. And when they do reveal certain things, it all comes down to really obnoxious, tired tropes of like, old woman who tells us a bunch of stuff, or very lucky phone call that comes in and dumps exposition, and you're just like, okay, we've seen this done before. And also a lot of dream sequences and like a lot of people like jarringly waking up, and that happened like 5-6 times. It's just, this film never finds ways to keep itself fresh. It keeps going back to the well too many times, and it just doesn't come off as effective. And in the end, this film feels like a lot of wasted potential. It has some interesting ideas, and Lundy Payne is fantastic at the center of it. It's just something that just feels so tired, and in the way that it's executed, and repetitive in the way that it tries to scare you. So in the end, it feels very middling. And sure, if you really like horror films, this has some of those moments that are going to get you. But by the end, you just kind of feel disappointed that, like, you saw, like, this picture of this could have been really interesting, but it found so many ways to not be interesting. And in the end, it just kind of feels, well, I watched it. It had some stuff going for it. Probably will never watch it again. But those are my thoughts on Amelia's Children. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland Reviewer.